ahead and we're going to do a sirloin steak, and we're doing pork loin chops. We're going to be doing our Smokin backyard chili. So what we're going to do is go ahead and smoke them up. When they're just about done, I'm going to crank the heat up on this thing. I'm going to do a reverse sear. And the reverse sear will help just lock in all that flavor of the smoke and the spices that she puts on them whenever she gets them ready. So I'm going to go ahead and get the grill ready, and we're going inside and get those steaks brought out and put them on the grill. We'll see you in just a few minutes. Alright, we're in the kitchen. We're going to go ahead and get these steaks all rinsed off really well. We're going to pat them dry with some paper towels. And at that point, I'm going to go ahead and turn it over to Terry, and she'll season it with probably just regular salt and pepper. Then we'll get them running right out there to the grill. Be right back. Just filling up the hopper on this thing. We're using hickory pellets tonight to do our smoke for the chili. So I'm just gonna get these things on, and then we'll get back to the kitchen and start prepping for the rest of this chili.
I'm gonna start out. I have 1 tablespoon of butter and 1 tablespoon of bacon fat that I have in the bottom of the pan already melted. To that I'm going to add the onions, minced red onion and diced yellow onion. I'm going to add 2 green peppers that I have diced, and those were small green peppers. And then I'm going to add 1 zucchini that I have finely minced, 1 carrot peeled and finely minced. And yes, this is chili. The veggies are wonderful in it. Then I have celery leaves with the small celery there that I have finely minced as I could with the leaves. Then 3 cloves of garlic crushed. There. Now that's all the veggies. Then I'm going to add the spices. I'm going to have in here I have a half a teaspoon of ground jalapeno. I have garlic powder, ground cumin, onion powder, cinnamon, and white pepper. So I'll put all those in there. And here I have freshly ground nutmeg, brown sugar, Slap Ya Mama Cajun seasoning, and powdered vanilla. I also have instant coffee. And then at this point we're going to add 1 tablespoon of beef bouillon, 1 tablespoon of chicken bouillon. And then the star of the show is the chili powder. I always start off with 5 tablespoons of chili powder. That might seem like a lot, but by the time this is all done, it's usually just the right amount. You might want more if you want it a little spicier, but that's up to you. I've got the stove on, and we're going to get this going. Stir it all to get that butter and bacon fat all over the veggies. This is cooked down quite a bit. If you look at it, the vegetables, you can hardly see them. You can still see the onions, but those carrots and the zucchini, they have actually cooked down. And but they are certainly adding a lot of flavor. The next thing we're going to do is I'm going to add a can of Petite diced tomatoes, juice and all. We'll get that in there. I have another can here. It's just one of those things you got to look and see if it needs another one after it's all assembled. Right now I'm just going to put that one in there. Continue stirring. I'm going to add 2 8-ounce cans of tomato sauce. And I don't get seasoned sauce. I just get au naturel for all of these. The next thing is the tomato paste. Now, one of my tricks I have is, I'm going to turn the heat down, is I open up the top, and then I open up the bottom as well. And I leave the can lid on there. I make sure that it is completely loose. And I push the tomato paste out of the can. You can scrape off the little bit left on the other lid there, but that is done. No digging through the can or anything like that. It's so much easier. The next thing I'm going to do, I'm going to let this cook for a couple minutes, and I'm going to add the meat. Remember, we have ground beef, reverse seared sirloin steak, and some smoked pork loin steak. Okay, at this point I can tell, alright, we're going to need more water. I once saw a commercial when I was a little girl about chili is the right consistency when you can hold, and when the spoon can be upright and stay upright. So that's always my little trick. Alright, this is going to be there. I'm going to add 2 cups of hot water. And I'm also going to add the additional can of Petite diced tomatoes, juice and all. And the final ingredient is going to be our beans. I like mixing beans. I have dark red beans, light red beans, and also Great Northern beans that are the white ones. I've drained them out of the can, and then I rinse them well and let it drain. Okay, I add this in there, stir it all up, and let it simmer for about an hour before I put it on the smoker to let that smoke permeate. And you want to stir it a couple times while it's smoking, because the smoke you don't want just on the top layer. You want to stir it around while it's on the smoker. Okay, that's it. And we'll just let this simmer. Okay, this has been simmering for a short little while. And at this point, what I like doing is I like to do a taste test to see if it needs a little of something more. And just to see what the flavors are doing. You can see the zucchini and the celery in there. And onions, green pepper. Okay, I'm going to taste it. Oh my gosh. It's one of those things where you're like going, what is that I'm tasting? Well, it's a marriage of the vanilla, cinnamon, cocoa, the little bit of coffee, all that married together makes this sauce, the broth, heavenly. Okay, now this does need something. It needs just a little bit more salt. I am not going to do just plain old kosher salt. What we've done is we have made hickory smoked salt. And this is divine. So I am going to actually put a couple pinches of this hickory smoked salt. You don't want to do too much at a time. I'm putting that in there. I'm going to put a teeny tiny bit in my bowl so I can taste it like what that is. I'm pretty sure that's all this needs. One more taste here. Oh my gosh. That is perfect. Absolutely perfect.
All right, we got the chili out here in the backyard, and I went ahead and I put it on the smoker. Before I did, I took it out of that pan that she had it in, and I put it in a 9x13 heavy duty cake pan. and it fit quite well. That way it fit better on my smoker. And I'll give you a little quick peek on what it looks like here. This is what we got with this in here smoker. And I'm telling you guys, this thing is smelling phenomenal. And I just can't wait to get into it. Alright, we're back. We've got that chili off the smoker. It's been sitting out there now for about 2 hours. And it's just got a really good film of smoke over the top. I went out about an hour into it and gave it a quick stir, and then let it set for another hour. So what we're going to do now, we're just going to let it sit outside covered, since it is only 24 degrees here in Utah, and just let it sit out overnight. We're going to split that thing up in the morning and put it in a couple of crock pots, take it to work with us, and we're just going to make our place of businesses smell like smoking backyard chili.
We're also taking along with us fixings for a chili. Crackers, of course, shredded cheddar cheese, sour cream, and spaghetti. We're going to take some spaghetti so all of those people can fix up their chili any way they want. And
don't knock it till you've tried it, because it really is good.
Mm-hmm.
So we're going to give this a quick taste test just to let you know what we got, and then we're going to sign off.
All right, Bill. Here's yours.
I'm going to let her feed me since I'm holding the camera.
And here is mine. Oh my word.
You can taste all that heat coming in from the back door. It is awesome. You taste that cinnamon in there. You got that vanilla that you really can't put your finger on it.
Yeah.
That vanilla is that flavor that just says, I'm here, but you can't tell what I am.
Yep.
Sorry to be eating in front of you, but this is good.
You'll just have to make some.
We want to thank you for joining us again. I'm Bill.
And I'm Terry.
And together we are Backyard Barbecue.